In a web browser, because you're seeing basically ILM's CG model being rendered in real time. This is just the diffuse lighting, global illumination lighting, and it's streaming in on a really powerful internet connection, but you can actually move around with no latency. It's basically up to 60 frames a second, and it's pretty cool. I mean, this basically gives you the ability to sort of stream in movie assets and render that in complete real time on a web page. And the quality is basically limited only by bandwidth. So if you have a 6 megabit connection, we can go to full HD and render that at high speed. And you see if I have this. So you can see here is the original, the Transformers commercial we made a couple of years ago is running in real time on this server. You can notice we're doing ray trace reflections on the windows. We can also just switch the entire lighting scene around. So here it is we switch to nighttime rendering. And it's pretty cool. I mean, in this particular demo, there's absolutely no baked lighting. There's no nothing's pre-computed. So all the lighting, even these hundreds of lights in the building here, are all being rendered in real time, calculated in real time.
I just think it's cool when you're pressing the keys.
Yeah. So I can, if you want, I can zoom in here and let's go visit ILM Optimus Prime. We saw the old G1 version behind him, and so this is the partial texture set from the ILM model. I think before we only showed the sort of the diffuse lighting version of it. And we can just go back to daytime lighting, see them in the day. And what's cool is that in this particular case, we're using multiple 770 cards on the server. So that, one card is rendering the ILM Optimus, the other card is rendering the classic G1 Optimus Prime, and a third card is actually taking care of rendering the city and doing all the reflections and ray tracing on the windows. Let me move in close here to him so you can see the details. And yeah, I can also change the time of day and the lighting. This is very different. So if I want to put a spotlight on Optimus, I can just hit a key, and here he is being lit from a different angle. You zoom in on his tires. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So you basically get ILM movie models. And here's just the specular lighting channel. Zoom out. Let me show you the diffuse lighting again, and I can also show you like the UVs and normals. I don't know which. So this is the normal maps for the model, or just actually something else. This is the normals for the model itself and the city scene. And these are just different lighting layers that we have that we can sort of see how something's processed.
That guy moves, right?
Yeah. You want to see him transform? All right. So let me hit a key, and let me see. There he goes. So there I just basically made him transform, and as he's transforming, I can look around and look at it from any angle. I can see him transform from the back or the front. So essentially the commercials that we made and the videos that we made a year or two ago, we essentially just have them on a server now, and you can look at them from any angle. So I'm going to show him transforming again from behind, and I guess, the Cinema 2.0 thing that AMD has been talking about, I mean, in a sense, this is sort of one of our very first animations, and, being able to sort of watch it from any angle is kind of cool, and then having, mixing that with the ILM stuff and all the other things that we've worked with is pretty neat. So that's it in a nutshell, and again, this is running in a web browser. It doesn't need a plugin or run on run with Ajax. We do have an ActiveX control to get it to run even better. We also support Flash, and I have a Java version, and we may work with do a Silverlight version as well, and probably port an app specifically to the iPhone to get it to run with so essentially you can tilt the iPhone camera and navigate through the scenes, which will be really cool.